Disney Lorcana's Set 5 Store Championships are around the corner, and some of you might be participating in your second or third set championship. Some of you watching might be attending your first. So in this video, we're going to be going over a little bit of an overview of what are these set championship events, what prizing is up for grabs, a little bit about the rules and the format, and kind of what to expect whenever you attend one of these events. So be sure to use the chapters in this video to navigate along. But first, what is a set championship? Well, these started back about 3 sets ago with Into the Inklands, and basically set championships are held at qualifying local game shops, local card shops to host a friendly competitive event for exclusive prizing. So you might be asking yourself, what are the prizes up for grabs? Well, there's 2 prizes affiliated with set championships. This time around, it is going to be Mirabel Madrigal promo enchanted cards. So this is the card, the legendary card that we're already familiar with in set 5, except now it is in an alternate art promo enchanted card. And you'll also have the opportunity to win a playmat featuring the exact same art, with the first place finisher having the champion text in the upper left-hand corner. It's important to note that the prizing has actually increased from the last 2 set championships. But before we talk about that, let's talk a little bit about the tournament details. It's important to note that this is a core constructed tournament, meaning you have to have a completely legal Lorcana deck in order to play, and each event must have at least 8 participants in order for it to be considered a legal event by Ravensburger. It's important to note that the Swiss rounds are 55 minutes long in best of 3 format, and let's take a look at the chart on screen. Now, let's take the 17 to 32 number of player range here. If you have 17 to 32 people, which is normally what I get inside my local stores, we will play a total of 5 rounds of Swiss with a top 8 cut, meaning that if you are unable to win enough matches, obtain enough points to get to the top 8 cut, you will not play from that point forward. The good news is that if you simply make top cut in, say, a top 8 cut event, you will receive the Mirabel Madrigal promo enchanted card. So that is huge. That's a major change from the last 2 events where simply the top 4 received the promo card. So now if you are playing in a top 8 cut event, if you simply make top cut, you will receive the card. So it's a very welcome change. I'm very happy to see this. However, the playmats themselves have not changed in their prizing. So the second place finisher will receive the standard Mirabel Madrigal Family Gatherer playmat, and the first place finisher will receive a playmat that says champion in the upper left-hand corner. Now we'll talk about the overall vibe at these events and my experiences in just a little bit, but let's talk about the rules just a little bit. Now, if you have played Lorcana or if you attend a local game shop's league, chances are that you are familiar with the rules of the game. They follow the exact same rules. However, it's worth to just take a look at both the competitive and comprehensive rules that I'll have linked down below, because this is going to be what you're already familiar with, but there's some technicalities that might be good to just simply refresh on, just to avoid any problems on the day of your event. So those will be linked down below. Now, I would say this, that typically these events are a little bit more strict on the rules. So let's say if you announce that you're inking a card, and then before you put it in your inkwell, you go, oh, maybe I want to ink this card instead. I would just be very careful with that. I would just be sure to take your time, play through the event, play through the game, think through, and just take your time to avoid any potential issues. I know that some Lorcana leagues, including my own, if somebody goes to ink a card and they go, oh, wrong card, we'll take it back. However, at these competitive events, I would not expect any favors from my opponent. I would not expect any takesies, backsies, to say the least. So now that we've talked about what these events are, what's the prizing, and what's the format and rules around it, I'm going to share a little bit about my experiences here. So All in all, I have played in every single set championship so far. So far, it's been Into the Inklands and Ursula's Return. I have had a blast at both events. Our communities around me are extremely friendly and ultimately are just really fun events to go and compete to see how your deck fares against some of the best decks. So these are pretty, I don't want to say serious events, but these are a little bit more intense events, meaning that, there's exclusive prizing up for grabs. Everyone wants those cards. Everyone showing up to your store wants a slice of the prize pie. However, only a certain amount of people will walk away with prizing. So everyone's there for the same thing. And I would just be mindful of that. Just know that, you may see people you have never seen before at your local game shop. You might be surrounded with friends and family and other people you play with on a weekly basis. But the important thing in this is just to remain calm, play the game, and have fun. Because if you're not having fun, there's no point in it. There's no point in showing up. But every single set championship that I've attended has been a lot of fun. I have enjoyed every single moment of it. But some parting words of wisdom as you might be preparing for your event is, one, I would be very comfortable with the deck that you are playing. I would not be making any sort of changes to your deck the night before. Ideally, you want to have played with this deck against a multiple variety of other decks and other situations and just all around really comfortable with your deck. Second is I would just be cognizant of the time, but also be sure to slow down and think through every single play. Ready, set, draw. Resolve any conditions that have to be met. Be sure to be cognizant of whether you are questing or not questing, or if you have inked or not inked. Little things like that. And lastly, again, it goes back to what I mentioned, is just simply have fun. And realize that these events are not for everyone. I personally like them. I just go into these events thinking, okay, it's not going to be my normal everyday league, but let's have some fun. Let's have some friendly competition. But there's a lot of people out there who have attended these events and just don't really like the environment. They just want to have fun, and that's okay. So if you're going to your first set championship event and you don't like it, that's okay. There's still your Lorcana weekly league. There's still casual play. There's other great ways to be involved with this game. But I've personally known people to show up, try the event, and go, this level of play is not for me. And just know that that is okay. That being said, that's a little bit of an overview of what to expect during the Lorcana Shimmering Skies Set Championships being held in October at local game shops near you. Feel free, let me know in the comments, are you going to be competing in your store's event? Would love to see some feedback inside the comments below. And more importantly, good luck out there. Subscribe for the next video, and we'll see you all in the next video very soon.